There's a quiet revolution happening beneath our feet, one that's rewriting what we thought we knew about soil fertility. For years, gardeners were told that compost is the ultimate secret to rich, productive beds. But there's a lesser-known method, so effective, so transformative, that it's been called a banned soil trick in some circles because it challenges the entire composting industry. This method doesn't take months to work. It doesn't require huge piles of waste or endless turning. Instead, it taps into a natural process that releases nutrients faster, balances the soil, and kickstarts plant growth in a way compost alone rarely achieves. This is more than just another garden tip. It's a system that creates living, breathing soil in record time. And today, you're going to learn exactly how it works, step by step, with clear formulas so you can use it in your own garden. Compost is wonderful, but let's face it, it has its limitations. It takes 3 to 6 months to mature, longer if conditions aren't ideal. Even when finished, compost provides only a portion of the nutrients plants need, and those nutrients are released slowly. Worse still, the composting process burns off a lot of carbon as heat, meaning much of the original biomass never makes it into the soil where it belongs. This is why some gardeners end up frustrated. They pour compost into their beds year after year, but their soil still feels tired, compacted, or lacking vitality. Plants grow, but they don't thrive. The solution lies in working with biology in a faster, more targeted way, unlocking nutrients before they vanish into the air. At the heart of this method is a liquid soil activator often called fermented plant juice or compost tea on steroids. Instead of waiting months for decomposition, it harnesses beneficial microbes to break down organic matter in just days, producing a nutrient-rich liquid that can be poured directly into the soil. Here's the formula that gardeners have sworn by: molasses or brown sugar, 500 grams. Well-chopped green plant material like weeds, grass clippings, or vegetable scraps, 2 kilograms. Water, 20 liters, preferably non-chlorinated. Mix the chopped greens with molasses or sugar, then place the mixture in a clean container. Add the water, stir thoroughly, and cover loosely to allow gases to escape. Within 7 to 10 days, the solution ferments into a dark, sweet-smelling liquid alive with beneficial microbes and plant-available nutrients. To use it, dilute 1 liter of this liquid with 10 liters of water and drench your soil around the root zone. For foliar application, dilute even further, 1 liter and 20 liters of water, and spray directly on leaves. The results are often visible within days: stronger growth, greener leaves, and soil that feels alive. The magic of this method is speed. While compost takes months to decompose, this liquid preparation transforms raw plant material into usable nutrients in less than 2 weeks. Because it's applied directly to soil or leaves, plants absorb it quickly, bypassing the long wait for organic matter to break down in the ground. But it's not just about speed. Fermentation preserves more nutrients than traditional composting. Nitrogen, potassium, and trace minerals remain in the solution instead of gassing off. Beneficial microbes multiply rapidly, inoculating your soil with armies of helpers that boost root health, suppress disease, and improve nutrient uptake. In short, it's a soil conditioner, fertilizer, and probiotic all in one. Healthy soil isn't just dirt. It's a living ecosystem. This banned trick doesn't just feed your plants, it feeds your soil life. Earthworms, fungi, and bacteria thrive in the presence of these microbial solutions. Over time, your soil becomes darker, looser, and more crumbly. Organic matter integrates deeper, and plant roots push further down, tapping into reserves that compacted soils would otherwise block. This creates what many gardeners describe as self-sustaining beds. Once the biology is strong, you'll find yourself needing fewer fertilizers, less water, and less labor overall. That's because living soil regulates itself, recycling nutrients naturally. The timing of application matters. The best results come when this liquid is added during soil preparation before planting and again during active growth stages. Drench the soil at least once every 2 weeks for sustained improvement. During the flowering or fruiting stage, reduce foliar sprays but continue soil drenches to maintain root strength. If your soil is sandy or depleted, apply more frequently. Weekly drenches for the first month can kickstart fertility. In clay-heavy soils, the microbial activity helps loosen the structure, improving drainage and aeration. Over time, gardeners report visible transformations. Beds that once cracked or crusted over now stay moist and full of life. One of the biggest advantages of this trick is flexibility. You can use almost any green plant matter, grass, weeds, crop residues, vegetable scraps. The key is freshness, because wilted or dried material ferments less effectively. Avoid meat, dairy, or oily foods, as these can cause foul odors and attract pests. If you don't have molasses, brown sugar works just as well. The sugar isn't for your plants, it's for the microbes, giving them the energy to multiply rapidly. Some gardeners also add a handful of finished compost or topsoil to seed the brew with diverse microbes, though it will work without it. Some gardeners worry this method is unsafe or unproven. The truth is, fermentation has been used for centuries to preserve food, make beverages, and enrich soil. The process locks nutrients into a stable form that plants can access easily. Unlike raw manure, which can burn crops if applied fresh, this fermented solution is gentle, balanced, and safe when diluted properly. The reason it's called a banned trick isn't because it's harmful, but because it disrupts the narrative that only compost or synthetic fertilizers can feed plants effectively. By empowering gardeners to produce a superior alternative in their backyard with almost no cost, it challenges the status quo. Across the world, gardeners who've tried this method report astonishing results. Tomato plants double in size within weeks, leafy greens grow lusher, and soils that once seemed dead come alive again. Many notice a reduction in pests and diseases as their plants grow healthier and more resilient. Unlike compost piles that demand space and patience, this trick works in small backyards, balconies, or even urban settings where composting is impractical. With just a container, a bit of plant matter, and sugar, anyone can brew their own soil elixir. Modern agriculture has leaned heavily on chemicals, stripping soils of life and leaving farmers dependent on external inputs. Gardeners are rediscovering that the key to lasting fertility isn't in bags or bottles, it's in biology. The banned soil trick represents this shift. By restoring microbial balance and feeding soils the way nature intended, it offers a pathway to abundance without destruction. Every time you apply this fermented solution, you're not just feeding your crops, you're restoring cycles that industrial systems broke. That's why many experienced growers now prefer it over compost or chemical fertilizers. It's faster, cheaper, and more aligned with the living intelligence of soil. Gardening doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't have to wait half a year for compost to break down before your soil improves. With this banned soil trick, you can transform ordinary dirt into rich, fertile earth in less than 2 weeks. All it takes is chopped greens, sugar, and water. Nature does the rest. The results speak for themselves: vigorous plants, thriving soil, and gardens that practically glow with health. If you've been relying on compost alone, now is the time to try this game-changing method. Start small, experiment, and watch how quickly your soil responds. Once you see the difference, you may never go back to compost-only gardening again. For more powerful, proven gardening insights like this, make sure you subscribe to Growth Hub Central Crops and share this video with fellow growers. Together, we can build gardens that thrive naturally and abundantly.